These are the top 8 reasons why I think you should consider the Antigravity A1 over a normal GPS drone. And I'd like to say thank you to Antigravity for sponsoring this video. Let's jump into it. So one of the reasons that I think you should pick an Antigravity A1 over other normal drones is the fact that you get the most immersive flight experience out of any drone. That's partly because of the headset, but partly because as you're flying this thing, you can look around and it just feels like you are literally floating through space, flying through space, and experiencing flight, unlike any other drone and goggle combination that I've ever found. And closely related to that is reason number 2. It's the goggles. These goggles are like no other goggles that I've flown drones with. And I fly FPV with FPV goggles, like for FPV drones. I've flown with goggles with my Mavic and my Air 3 and Mini 4 and stuff like that. But these goggles, the experience of using these goggles is a whole different level. They are much more like wearing something like an Oculus Quest or even maybe the Apple Vision Pro. It's much more like wearing a set of AR or VR goggles that is just way beyond that. Not only can you add AR elements to your flight, but you also get the opportunity to fly a simulator using these, where you're not having to worry about damaging your drone, but it is a very good simulator. It's very realistic to how the A1 flies. And one of the coolest things about these is that you can replay flights in 360 and allow people to look around as the drone is flying around. One of the biggest advantages that the A1 has over any other drone on the market right now, at least at the time of recording this video, is the fact that it is the only drone that can film immersive 360 VR content. So if you're somebody who likes to use the Oculus or the Apple headset or even some of the other VR headsets out there right now, this drone creates natively 360 files that you can then put out there for a 360 video. Now, I do have a link down in the description that is to the actual 360 video. So if you want to put a VR headset on and experience a place like this, then you can. The crazy thing about a place like this is like very few people in the world get to experience walking at the foot of a 27-mile long glacier and in the middle of these huge chunks of blue ice. So I'm going to take this off and we're going to fly along. You'll see a 2D version, but again, if you want to see the 360 version and you have a VR headset, because that's really the best way to experience it, the link will be down in the description. And by the way, that VR headset video that's linked down in the description has more than just this one run. And you can watch it on something where you can click and move around with the mouse if you want to, or move your phone around. But the experience really comes when you're watching it with VR goggles. Also, you should never do this unless you're with an experienced guide. In my case, I've been mountaineering for 25 years, or 30, almost 30 years now. So I have a lot of experience. I know what to look for, and especially what to listen for when I'm working in environments like this. Just in case you're wondering if I'm doing this safely or not. Hey, I have really good news. If you've been thinking about buying an Antigravity A1, there's never been a better time, because now through the end of the month, they're running a 20% off sale. Check the links in the description. Yes, they're affiliate links. They don't cost you anything extra. In fact, you'll save 20% if you buy before the end of the month. One big reason to consider the Antigravity A1 is the fact that you will never miss a shot. As long as you're recording, you are capturing everything around the drone in a 360-degree sphere that then you can go in and reframe later in post and know that you captured everything around the drone. Case in point, I was hovering the Mini 5 Pro over this iceberg here when the iceberg decided to flip and fall apart. I captured as much of it as I could, but because it happened so fast, I missed a huge portion of it, which is super disappointing. If I'd been flying the A1, I definitely would have captured it because it is capturing everything all around the drone, and I wouldn't have actually missed the best parts of this shot, which is super disappointing because although the A1 hadn't been released when I filmed that video, but man, I wish I had that drone out there at that time. Another reason to consider the A1 is the fact that you can get a huge variety of different types of shots out of the same recording. Because you're recording in a 360-degree sphere, which means you're recording everything all around the drone, you can then reframe all of that footage in post to get multiple different types of shots out of it, including FPV shots, or if you want to do tiny planet shots, or just some weird mind-bending shots, just for the heck of it. You can really get creative with this footage because you have so much flexibility in post to work with the footage. But in addition to that, the A1 does have tracking capability and some other quick shots, so you can still get somewhat of the more classic or normal drone shots if you want to. If you want to have it follow you like I did here, you can absolutely do that with this drone. And it does a really good job. It really does follow well. But even in that, you could always go back and reframe that footage if you were following yourself, or tracking a subject, and then all of a sudden something happened, say off to the left or off to the right. You still have access to that footage because of the 360-degree field of view. Now, another thing that the A1 can do that's very difficult to do with other drones is 360 photos in HDR. Now, you can do that with other drones, but you never get a real true 360. It's always kind of making up a piece in the middle of the sky. Where the A1 can actually take a full 360 spherical photo. Now, again, it's hard to show these things on YouTube because YouTube is a two-dimensional playing field. But I do have a link down in there down in the description to my Facebook page where you can see some of the 360 photos and like scroll around and look around and see what it was like to stand in a place like this. I mean, come on. These last two reasons might seem trivial, but they're actually kind of important. One of them is how easy the anti-gravity is to fly, because this is your controller, and it really is as simple as taking the drone off, and then you point this in the direction that you want it to go, pull the trigger, and the drone will go that way. And while it's going that way, because the drone will only fly forward and it has obstacle avoidance, you can look around and just enjoy the flight if you want to. You can also put it into FPV mode, which will give you a little bit different flight experience where you're more directing the drone left, right, up, down, all of that. And that gives you, again, more options for how you want to frame it. But all of this is done really well using this controller. It took me a bit to get used to it because I came from flying normal drones for a very long time. But now that I've gotten used to using this controller, it really is simple and really is easy to fly. And yeah, I've actually taken to enjoying flying this drone a lot more than I thought I would, just because it's easy, it's very intuitive, and it gives you a fantastic experience. And the last reason, which might seem trivial, but it's not, because this is a 360 drone and because it has lenses on the bottom and on the top, and these little legs come down for landing, it is super important that these lenses are replaceable, which they are, and it's very inexpensive and it's very easy to do. You can replace the lenses if they get scratched or if you have a hard landing or anything like that. Super easy to replace yourself, which is fantastic, the fact that you don't have to send this drone in to get repaired. So there you have it, my 8 reasons why I think you should consider the Antigravity A1 over a normal drone. But I'd love to hear from you. Did I miss anything, or are there other things that I'm not thinking about? Let me know in the comments below. Next, you're gonna wanna watch this video right here. I'll see you over there. As always, if you have questions, ask me in the comments below or during my live stream, which happens most Wednesday nights at 4 p.m. Alaska time, 8 p.m. Eastern. At least if I'm not out in a place like this. We can have a conversation. I can answer questions that maybe I didn't get to in this video. I'll see you again soon in the next one. Cheers.